Hello and welcome, dear viewers. For this lesson, we are doing Living in English, and the topic is law and order. So this is a very lengthy PDF that we go through, and it'll take a few lessons to cover. This is now the second lesson of this Living in English episode, or series rather, and let's just wait for the students to join and then we will begin.
Anybody home? Hello? Hello? Alan?
Andre,
Where are you?
I'm here. Sorry, I was waiting for students to join. Finally, somebody joined.
Okay, yes. I saw you are alone and I decided to change situation and to talk with
Oh,
you.
that's good. I'm really glad you joined.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually on Friday nights it's pretty quiet, you see. There are not many students about, you know. They're all, you know, either go out or, you know.
I think they are drinking beer and have fun.
Most likely, yeah, it depends. Yeah, I'm sure they are enjoying their free time, you know, since they've finished work and so forth.
Yes.
So, how have you been? I haven't seen you for a few days.
Yes, I had some troubles with my health, with my car, which
Oh no.
really broke eventually.
Oh, your car broke down.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see. But you
As
said your
you,
health.
sorry?
You said your health is also not good. Did you have an accident?
Yeah,
Or
yes, yes. I had old troubles with my heart, and I had in Tuesday a heart attack.
no, really?
Yes,
Oh,
yes, serious
I
thing.
can't, wow, I can't believe it. It's shocking.
Yes, it was shocking for me also, because after I embedded pacemaker, I had an operation last December.
Okay.
And after that, my health got better a little bit. But after some time, I finished to take some medicine. It was serious mistake because I had a pressure, suddenly pressure in my head. It I almost lost it my conscious.
Oh, you almost lost consciousness.
Yes, it was really terrible, especially for my wife.
Oh, and this is because you stopped taking the medication.
Yeah, yeah, and I urgently find pills, but they are so expensive, really, even for in our country. And for last 2 days, I got recovered a little bit.
Oh, that's good to hear. That you're better now. Yeah, so you have some problem with your arteries, maybe. Are they clogged up? Then there's no circulation to the heart, or?
No, first of all, I had my problem with my heart. It's a mutation, special mutation, which called hypercardiomyopathy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of it. Yes.
It's simple. One gene is mutated, and the muscles of my myocard are growing in wrong way.
Oh, I see.
And they arrhythmically pulsing. They are arrhythmia, and it provoke headache serious because the blood irregularly supplied my mind.
Your brain, yeah.
Yeah, and I had very dizzy, and I feel really dizzy and
like you're about to faint.
Yes. And I can't do anything in this conditions. And of course, last 3 days I've just lie and sleep and nothing more.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But now I'm okay, and we can go ahead.
Good. That's
and
good.
To talk about something more interesting.
More positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm glad you're back on track. You feel better now.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, any plans for this weekend?
For this weekend, just relax, and I hope I'll get better. Because I have so many deals, so many plans for writing music, playing saxophone, the saxophone.
I see.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? I had a question. I lost it now.
That's nothing.
I was about to ask you, but I didn't want to interrupt you. And then actually, I heard my phone ringing. My phone just rang, so that got me sidetracked. I see. And yeah, when you're playing your saxophone, I presume it takes a lot of breath. You need to, blow into it. Do you have? Is it difficult now for you lately, since you're having your heart problem? Lose breath?
It's partially depend on my problems, but I don't think it seriously impacts on my feeling. Yeah. I trained for that, and it's not so difficult for now.
I see. You've done it all for so many years, so it's not as difficult as if I was to try now, for example. For me, it would be very difficult, I think. Is it snowing in St. Petersburg?
St. Petersburg?
Oh.
Yeah. No, I'm.
Oh, you're from the Ukraine. Sorry, I don't know why I'm thinking you're from St. Petersburg. Somebody else was from St. Petersburg.
Now
I mixed you up.
Stepson lives there. In St. Petersburg.
There's a connection between you and St. Petersburg, because I know you mentioned it.
Yeah.
But I know that it started to snow in certain parts of Europe.
Here also we have bad weather. It's cold, without snow, but really windy, and temperature is not so low seriously, but due to wind, it feels like really cold.
Yeah, we've had some storms over here in the UK. It was kind of on the news, but it wasn't that bad really here. It rained and it got pretty windy. That's about it. It's not as cold, I think, as in certain other parts. But I think that we're gonna see snow in November for sure. Winter's coming early, so we haven't had proper winter for 2 or 3 years, so it's definitely arriving early.
Winter is coming, like in Games of Thrones.
Yeah. You watch Game of Thrones. Oh, it's gonna be starting soon, I think.
Yeah.
When is it?
5th season.
Yeah, the 5th season is gonna start.
Yes. Do you like it?
Yeah, I've watched all of them. I enjoyed it.
Me too.
I've been watching it. Really.
Especially Emily Clark is my favorite girl.
Which one? Emily Clark.
Emily Clark.
Yeah, Emily Clark. Yeah, she's a good actress. Yeah, a lot of good actors there. I was really impressed when I started watching it. The thing is, I only started to watch it maybe about a year ago, or maybe a bit longer. I think it was the second or the third season. I can't remember. So I watched from the very beginning. You know, from season 1, episode 1. I watched the first 2 seasons, I think, straight. And then I caught up to the 3rd season or something. Yeah. And then the 4th season started. I watched that. But that wasn't as great, I think. I don't know, 4th season I didn't really enjoy it as much as the beginning. What do you think?
I just started to watch it only maybe this summer.
Wow.
and I especially sat home and watch all seasons at once.
That's what we did. That's what we did pretty much. When I found out about it,
I was impressed. I don't think so that 4th season is less interesting than previous, but technically, as I think, they should end some lines in the pilot, and of course, not all series were such powerful like in a 2nd or 3rd season, but generally I liked it.
Yeah, it keeps you you know, wanting more and more.
Yes, of course.
Every single episode, how many finishes? I want to see them. I gotta know what happens.
Yeah, it's nature of people.
Yeah, that's
more than more and more.
It's the nature of us. Yeah, instinct. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the next season. Definitely. And there's also another one called Vikings. It's similar, but it's about the Vikings, obviously. Very interesting acting.
Yes, a little bit different, but
a little bit different.
Interesting. Yeah.
But it's more historic. It's got to do with
But we it's difficult. It's difficult to say that it is historical because really we have no real sources to prove these events or just as marks in timeline on timeline. But
all theories and
maybe 10% is real, but other 19 just fantasy.
Yeah, the other 90% is just exaggerated, perhaps. Yeah, I think that most likely do that anyways, just to make it interesting for the viewers and to get more viewings, from that particular series. But I think that's going to be starting sometime end of this year, I believe. It's going to start before Game of Thrones. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to both of these. Yeah, and all right. Should we get started?
Yeah.
Let us start. Yeah, let's go. So it's a private lesson for you. It's just one-on-one. I already started this particular Living in English previously. I had one lesson already, and so it's got to do with law and order. So we're going to discuss, many things. It's quite lengthy. There's about 19 pages to this. So I've already started the first page with another student, and it's mainly discussion. And I know that you are great at that, and I think you will enjoy this because we're just going to discuss basically. So you get to practice your conversation skills, and we will come across vocabulary that maybe is new to you. We can always explain that. What do you think?
Generally, I had a topic with my private teacher about crime and In general, I can discuss it without problem.
That's good. So you've got experience in discussing law and order when it comes to crime and so on. Okay, so would you like us to go through the questions from the top, from the beginning, or while
let's see. Let's see. Victim. Maybe we can start from third point. Have you ever been a victim of a crime?
Okay. Yeah, anything that you find you can relate to, you want to discuss, you tell me, and we'll discuss this question. So, have you ever been a victim of crime?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it was maybe more than 8 years ago, when I worked on my previous job. And we have a holiday, maybe you know, the Army Day, and on 23rd February.
Okay.
In our country. And when after this party, I went home, 4 guys stopped me and just started to beat without any reason, without any...
Oh no.
Yes. It was absolutely strange because they do not steal anything and don't mug.
They didn't mug you, so they didn't take any money from you.
Yes, they didn't touch anything. Just beat me and broke my leg.
Oh no.
Yes, and of course my face.
Oh gee.
That's yes, and just have gone.
And they just left you like that. Oh my God, that's horrible.
Left me alone in the park. It was in the park.
Was it very late?
Yes, it's about 10 p.m. Maybe, and nobody go through the park at that time. And I found my broken glasses and very slowly went home. Of course, I tried to call police, but without any result. Absolutely. We have...
Did you have a mobile phone on you or anything like that? Were you able to contact the police?
I had a mobile phone, but situation was if you shocked, you sometimes can't do
the right thing.
Right things. Yes, and only after some time you can understand how to do.
Wow. That's very brave of you. That's very brave of you to talk about this incident, because not many people would, you know, bring up this incident if they've, you know, experienced it.
Yes. No, it's true. It's real.
Yeah, that's real. That's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. And if you were to ask me personally, I mean, I wasn't a victim of such a crime per se, but I was. Yeah, I was. I mean, we were broken into in Australia, actually numerous times. Even while I was inside the house, I was only a teenager at the time, and it was nighttime. I was watching TV, and I know that my parents were out, and my brother was out, so I was home alone,
Mm.
and I heard some noise in another room, like the door, squeaking, opening or closing, and I thought, is that the wind? Is the window open? I'm trying to make myself think that, it's just the wind, but I somehow got up and I went to see what it was, and I opened my parents' bedroom, and I found out that the light was on. The window was actually taken out, because in Australia we have quite low, big windows so that you can. They know a trick. They know a way how to sort of take the whole window out of its frame, and it's a sliding window, you see. So they took it out quietly and without breaking the window, and I think it was only one guy actually. So by the time I opened the door and I saw what was going on, I realized that somebody broke in, and I wanted to chase after the guy because I was young, and I wanted, to find him, and so I had like a golf club, and I quickly ran outside the house and sort of went on the street, because our house is close to the street, and anyone who's walking by, can see. So it's very common to have people break into your house. See, I didn't catch him, obviously. I went back home, and so that was one time, and then it happened before.
Did you see him?
He ran. I couldn't see him close up, but somebody ran away, and I don't know, they jumped the fence to the other house, and yeah, it's difficult. Because they are experienced, they know what they're doing, and they do this every night. So luckily, not much was stolen. Only I think my mother's purse, which had a bit of cash, and her driver's license was stolen, her credit card. But they couldn't use the credit card. It was just the hassle of getting a new driver's license for my mum. That was the annoying thing. And
burglars.
Yeah, burglars. They are. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. He could have come in and tried to attack me, like similar thing what happened to you. And
you're really lucky.
Yeah, in a way I'm lucky. In a way I'm lucky because. I could have been watching TV. He could have come from the back, hit me over the head.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But
easy to.
All right. Have you ever been a witness of a crime?
Oh, it's very typical situation in our city when not so serious crimes happen almost every day, especially in the street. When some drivers broke the law, break the law, and for example, cause some dangerous situation in the street, or even, for example, last time when I saw it personally was when we came back from Lviv with my wife on our car. We practically avoid accident. I mean that one driver just before our car made very dangerous
maneuver. Maneuver, like a move, yeah, maneuver, yeah.
Yes, and it was against law at all because it's really crime. He forced us to stop and to change way. It's really crazy, and such type of incidents happen every day here, unfortunately, without any consequences, because the police here work really bad, and only earn money from people in situation even they are innocent.
I see. It's a lot of corruption.
Yes.
And crook officers. Yeah. So if you if we refer to the first question, I think we can say it's above average crime in your city, a bit more than average.
I can't say that we have more crime, for example, in comparison with London. I don't know, or Paris, for example. We have some neighborhoods where crime a little bit serious than in the center of city, but even in the center of the city you can cross with bad guys or bad situation. It's really possible, but general level not so big here. Maybe that accident which I told you about happened only once with me through the 17 years which I live here. And in general it's really quiet city. Even we had Maidan in the winter, you know, our revolution maybe. In this situation, almost in all neighbors, local guys established something like police, local police, and to keep an order in their neighborhoods very successful, because at that time regular police didn't work at all, really.
Wow.
Yes, and only people defend yourself by yourself.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah, you find that unfortunately in many cities around the world. It's just a lot of corruption going on. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if we can do the fifth question.
Oh, fifth and sixth questions. We have no such type of jury here at all. It's usual practice for America and maybe Great Britain, but we have no such type of jury. Of course, I know what is it, but because we have no such experience, I can't say anything about it.
But you know what it is and what it's all about, yeah? Would you like?
Yes. Yes.
Would you like to be on the jury?
Yes. It's really interesting for me, and I think I'll be a good member of
the jury.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's either it's one or the other. Usually, people either like it or totally dislike it. Maybe they don't want to take the responsibility of making a decision on someone's life.
Of course.
Okay. Have you ever received a speeding ticket?
Oh. Me personally, no, but my wife, yes.
Really? Your wife's got more than you?
Yes. Even more. It was last time when we came back from Lviv. Um just after one city, the policeman stopped us and showed the printed photography where our car was fixed as our speed.
Wow.
Yes, and we have not paid until now this fine.
Really? You haven't paid it?
Uh,
So you can get
but
away with not paying.
but we will do that, of course.
All right. So it was pretty recently. So
Yeah.
so what's the biggest fine that let's say your wife had to pay? How much did
Uh,
it cost?
Last time it was 540 hryvnias. It's about maybe $60. Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
this time also she received a fine with 500 hryvnias, but because of an serious inflation, um, it is about 40 for now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to know how much my fine was?
No.
You don't want to know. Yeah, it was a lot more than that back in Australia. You know, the police in Australia, they're very strict. They have a lot of speeding cameras set up.
Hmm.
They call them multinovas or something like that. They set them up secretly. They don't even give you a warning where the camera is. So they hide them in bushes.
The
Yeah.
same. Yes.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Over here, they at least tell you in the UK. I mean, they have these poles which have cameras. You know, bright yellow color. You know, tells you speed camera coming up and so on. And sometimes they have police in police cars. Obviously, that's everywhere. But Australia, it's extremely strict. I was so fed up. I lost my license 2 times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Do you like to go fast?
No, the thing is, some really silly things. Okay,
Yeah.
this one time I was speeding maybe, I think it was a 70 kilometers per hour speed limit, and I was going, I think
Wow.
110 kilometers per hour. So I remember 50, almost double. It wasn't really double, but it was almost. So the police officer pulled me over because they had a radar gun or laser gun from far, you know, from a distance. They caught my speed, so they pulled me over when I came closer, and yeah, so he took 5 points from my driver's license, and you know, when you start off driving, you get 12 points in total. So every time you lose points, you know, by the time you have 0, your driver's license is suspended for 9 months. And I think, yeah, I had only 5 points left on my license, and because of this one ticket that I got, he fined me $1,000 Australian dollars and 6 points from my license, so it was automatically suspended. Yeah, and I was rushing to a football match, believe it or not, and my father was in the car as well. So it was just, it couldn't get any worse. And I was late for my football match. I got a huge fine, and yeah, it was the worst day. And yeah, but yeah, I haven't had a fine for a long time now, and I don't want to jinx it, but let's hope it stays this way. And, but I'm glad you're not like some people, like myself.
That's
Okay.
why.
Yeah. Let's keep going then. What else do we have here?
Have you had any other traffic violations? If so, what were they? I described it before.
Yeah, you did.
Typical situation in our city, on our roads. It's we get used to that. We got used.
Yeah, you got used to it by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have you ever
had to ask a lawyer for advice? I had no serious situation for asking a lawyer, but as I remember, it was long time ago. I asked a lawyer about my business project when I wanted to start a new business, my publishing house. Of course, I asked a lawyer how to do it right, but it was only once.
Yeah, so nothing regarding any crimes or.
No.
Yeah, that's good.
Unfortunately, very unfortunately, no.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because then they would. Yeah, lawyers in the West they get paid quite a lot because there's a lot of crime.
I know. The most profitable
Country.
specialty.
Oh, yeah.
Specialty. I mean, lawyers and maybe doctors.
You're right. Yeah.
Are the most
well paid.
Well paid, yes, persons.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Okay. What about capital punishment? Does that exist?
This kind of punishment doesn't exist now in our country, but sometimes I wish it would be.
So you think it would be a good idea if this existed?
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, I would agree with you. How could you explain that?
Did you say you don't agree with me?
I do. I would agree.
Okay. Sometimes we have a situation when the person who made a crime is very danger person, and we can't change him in any way, in any case, in any reasons even. For example, we had, of course, a long time ago, but it was in the former USSR. It was maniac Chikatilo. Maybe you heard about it. I don't know, but it's really terrible guy, because he murdered about 70 persons. Almost all of them are women, but young guys and even adults, men, I mean, and he did it through maybe 15 years. The most strange for me that he had a family, 2 children, and they didn't know about it anything.
Wow.
Really strange. Yes, and when he was caught, he sentenced to capital punishment. But it was before the USSR mm, dead. I mean,
Fell apart, you mean?
Yes, fell apart. And since 1991 or 2, we have no such kind of punishment in our country, but we have we had a new maniac just in Ukraine.
Really?
Also, he murdered about 40 persons.
Wow.
It's really.
And what happened to him? Was he caught?
Yes, he was caught. Even more, my wife went with him in preschool.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's really
Wow, that's creepy.
Terrible.
So your wife kind of played with him while they were in school.
Yes.
Oh my God. That's bizarre. So what punishment did he get in the end? Did they give him life?
Whole life
Imprisonment.
Imprisonment. And I think it's wrong. He should be killed. I mean,
yeah, you know, this is a very, you know, people nowadays, especially in the West, they're trying to say, oh, we should be pro-life. Yeah, we should be pro-life, as in we shouldn't just kill. Doesn't matter what that person has done. But what does that do to the general public or the society at large? If you are so, if you give them a life sentence, for example, that person still has a life in prison, where in most prisons in you know, around the world, some people will be happy to be in a prison than on the street. So they will have food, warm, you know, they have clothing, a bed, TV, even, you know,
food.
You know, so this is like, it's a privilege. So they don't see.
Of course.
Yeah, go on.
It's really strange why the government and usual people who pay taxes to deter this person. It's absolutely incredible.
What it is, you know,
situation.
If we just think about it deeply and ponder over this whole situation, you know, the governments, they could reduce the crime rate easily.
How?
Personally, I think they can. By implementing harsh laws. Now, if you have, let's say, a capital punishment or a really strict punishment for somebody who commits a certain crime, not only will the crime rate drop, but they will be afraid to commit that because they know what to expect. If they know that they will have life imprisonment in a comfortable place, they're not going to care. And the other thing is, the government knows that now, and they're actually making money through these prisons. If you look at some statistics in America, you will be shocked. You know, and there's a lot of things that people don't know. If we just look into it, you will find out how much money there is involved. Yeah, you know, everything is like a cycle. It turns from alcohol, you know, then drugs, all sorts of things, weapons dealing, all this relates. And then there's prisons, there's money that's been distributed there. You see, this is a very sensitive topic. Maybe we should be discussing it.
Yes, and very controversial, because I'm not sure that if people would know about capital punishment, they won't commit crime. It's not depend directly, as for me, but maybe a part of real crime, maybe would less.
Yeah, it would reduce. Yeah,
would reduce.
A part of it would reduce. You're right. Yeah, maybe it wouldn't eliminate it totally. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But at least I think a great percentage will be reduced on that. I mean, no government or no system, no man-made system is perfect, you know. But if you look at some examples throughout history, like look at, for example, let's say in Saudi Arabia. I'm not saying their law is perfect, but when it comes to these types of crimes, if somebody steals, they chop their finger off or their hand off.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand? So people actually are afraid to commit any theft. You can leave your door unlocked, your window unlocked. You know nobody will even dare.
Maybe such way is more.
And this has been, they've been doing this for many years. So if you look at their crime rate compared to, let's say, the Western, there's a huge difference in percentage.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Huge, yeah. And people actually, they don't like to look at that, you know, because, oh, but we want, you know, freedom, you know, we want all this and that. Okay, when you have that, who suffers? The society at large. And then you have chaos. And you think you can control it, but eventually it will get out of control. So, like we say, it's a very sensitive topic. There's a lot to talk about here.
Yeah.
And we can continue talking about it, but I have to sort of stop this lesson and then start another one. So if you're free, you know, you're most welcome to join me. I'm gonna.
Unfortunately, I have to do something.
No problems. If you have obligations, that's fine. I appreciate you joining. Anyways, it was good to see you, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon again. If I don't see you in the next lesson, then have a nice weekend, Andre.
Okay.
And
thank you.
I'll see you on Monday.
See you later. Okay.
Okay. Take care, Andre. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.